To reduce Taiwan's dependence on China, President Tsai Ing-wen unveiled new southbound policy a year ago. It's been a year, but many questions still linger over its content and what the policy plans to achieve and how. Speaking at a forum on Asia's economic prospects, Minister without portfolio Deng Zhenzhong outlined 4 main areas the new southbound policy will focus on in the near future. The first is to attract more foreign talents, students, or tourists from Southeast Asian countries to study or to work or to travel in Taiwan. The second is to promote Taiwan's healthcare industry in the ASEAN market. Agriculture will also be an emphasis. Finally, Taiwan also wants to encourage its young entrepreneurs to focus on the Southeast Asian market. But the countries receiving top priorities, including Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, Malaysia, the Philippines, and India, in making Taiwan more accessible to its closest neighbor, which is the Philippines. Taiwan will start issuing visa waivers for Filipino tourists going to Taiwan for a year, starting in June, to open up its tourism market. In terms of people-to-people exchanges, Philippine tourists and visitors to Taiwan increased by 23% in 2016, reaching more than 172,000 people after Taiwan included the country in its e-visa program that year. Most of the 138,000 Filipinos in Taiwan come for work. The obvious risk for visa-free entry is that people reach Taiwan visa-free, find a job, and work illegally instead of going back.
I think there are 2 issues. One is potential negative, for instance, terrorists coming in, using the visa waiver program, come into Taiwan and create potential danger and problems. The other is overstaying, or what we call the traditional defined illegal immigrants. We have all the law in place. The real point is whether we can strictly and forcefully implement those laws.
In 2016, Taiwan was the Philippines' 8th largest trading partner, while the Philippines was Taiwan's 10th largest trading partner. Bilateral trade between the 2 countries increased to $10.8 billion last year. Philippine exports to Taiwan reached $3.1 billion, while Philippine imports from Taiwan reached $2.3 billion. Many believe that Taiwan may be able to accept a few visa waiver violators if a boost in tourism stokes the new southbound policy.
Regular visas or visa waiver programs are not itself a problem. The problem is whether we have an institution and rules that can help the government and control those incoming visitors to monitor their potential illegal activities and those. I think we cannot blame a program. We need to see how we implement our rules and policies.
Currently, 73 foreign governments allow Filipinos visa-free entry, but most are other developing countries, with a few exceptions, such as Hong Kong and Singapore. Some require conditions such as proof of visas to third countries. Neither the United States or any Western European countries are on the list. Per diplomatic protocol, Taiwan business people should eventually be able to visit the Philippines visa-free if the waiver rules hold. Manila now requires visa, but purely pro forma.
Of course, it's a show of good intention that if we offer, visa waiver status to the citizens of the Kingdom of Thailand and the Republic of the Philippines. However, diplomacy is a kind of reciprocity. So I believe that our government will negotiate with the counterparts in the Philippines and in Thailand and see if their countries can offer the similar status to our citizens.
As Professor Huang has mentioned, tourists from Thailand have been allowed to visit Taiwan for 30 days visa-free since last August for a 1-year trial period. Taiwanese may get to enter Thailand on the same basis. While the new measure serves as a gesture to express goodwill to the new southbound countries, we need more stringent law enforcement and immigration regulations to make sure that the visa-free program avoids any unnecessary and unexpected consequences and reaches its full potential.